In 2008-2009, Barcelona Football Club won the treble. They won the Copa del Rey. What reference? Thoughts in the comments. The Copa del Rey? Marina del Rey? Never mind. They won the Champions League and they won La Liga. However, now some quotes have been provided to us from Samuel Eto'o, who scored a chunk of goals for Barcelona, and how he clashed with manager Pep Guardiola. Here are his quotes, direct from him to us. Here we go. Firstly, he told Samuel Eto'o to speak to Yaya Toure when Pep Guardiola would not speak to Samuel Eto'o at all. So that's a little odd. But then moving along, a quote, Pep told me how to move like a striker. I told him, you're not normal. The true story is that Pep didn't respect the things in football. What exactly? I'd love to hear more. He didn't necessarily elaborate on this front. Quote, he shook hands with me when I was at Inter and I played against Barca, but this was just for the cameras and TV. Behind the scenes before the match, he did not greet me. Odd. But we do know that Pep Guardiola fell in love with Lionel Messi. He also stripped the number 9 from Samuel Eto'o. We all get it. We understand it. Not necessarily. But what exactly is with Pep Guardiola? He has some weird antics, which I'll get into in a moment. Also, quote, Guardiola has never had the courage to say things in front of me. He passed by the players. Xavi Hernandez told me they wanted me to stay, but I had to talk to Pep. I say, quote, never. If you do not respect me, I do not respect you, which, by the way, I live by as well. We're cool, but if you go out of your way to disrespect me or you don't respect me for some reason, forget about you. There's no reason to waste my time trying to change your mentality when clearly you think you know me and whatnot. So I totally understand where Eto'o's coming from. Lastly, quote, what hurt me is that they invent things that the press relayed. They wanted to send me to Uzbekistan. I stayed at my place and I told him that he will apologize for that in the future. I asked a lot of people to chime in the comments. There were a few that chimed in. One of them basically said, what about when Guardiola clashed with Ibrahimovic? That was obviously after Samuel Eto'o left Barcelona to go to Inter Milan. But why does Pep Guardiola choose to clash with his stars, his goal scorers? He tried moving Ibrahimovic out of his position for some reason, which obviously did not work out. And then Ibrahimovic came out a while ago and told all these quotes about Pep Guardiola. That's Pep calling the cops on us. But here's the other thing that I certainly do not agree with, and you should not either. There were many reports coming out of Europe and in Spain that Pep Guardiola spied on his players. Think about that for a second. He wanted to know what was going on in their personal life. He spied on Gerard Piqué. He hired private detectives, not a true detective, a private detective, to spy on Pep Guardiola, to spy on Gerard Piqué, his star center back, when he started dating Shakira. Odd. He also reportedly spied on Ronaldinho, who he forced out, Deco, who he forced out. I understand that you want to reshape the team, you want it to be your team and whatnot, and he's done that. He's a brilliant manager in the sport of football. But we should not be surprised with when guys clash with him or he chooses to just be a dick for no reason. It's just providing insight over and over. He also took a sabbatical, which, I mean, that's fine, I suppose. You want to take a year off, cool. I thought it was weird, but regardless, he's at Bayern Munich. He's coaching a fantastic team right now. But what do you think this tells you? When a guy like Samuel Eto'o goes out of his way to put out these quotes of Pep Guardiola, when Ibrahimovic goes out of his way to provide these quotes of Pep Guardiola, when the reports come out that he spied on players, it tells us a lot. Brilliant football manager, odd in the membrane. Leave it on in the comments section below. Subscribe to TYTSports. See you soon.